Happy Monday, scholars. Welcome back for another week of virtual learning. Today for math, I am going to teach you how to count using the 10 way. So go ahead and grab your scratch piece of paper and a pencil and let's get started. As I mentioned, we are going to practice counting the 10 way. So just like we learned the 5 way where we start with 5 and then we count on, the 10 way is very similar. However, this time we're going to use 2 10 frames because we're counting on from 10. So counting the 10 way is starting with a 110 frame all the way filled up. So here is my first 10 frame, and as you guys can see, this 10 frame is all the way filled up. So right now, looking at my screen, I see that there is 10 and 0. So that tells me that 10 is 10 and 0. So now I'm going to add to my 10 frames, and we're going to count on. So I'm going to add 1 circle. So I see that there's 11. So 11 is 10 and 1, because I see I still have 10 circles in one 10 frame, and now I have only 1 circle in my next 10 frame. So let's add on. So let's see, I have 10, 11, 12. So the number that is showing is 12. 12 is, go ahead and say 12, what 2 numbers 12 is made up with? Right, 12 is 10 and 2. So 10 plus 2 is 12. Let's go on. Okay, so let's count. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 is, yeah, 10 and 3. So 10 plus 3 more is 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 is, right, 10 plus 4 is 14. Add one more. Okay, scholars, I want you to tell me how many there are now. If you said 15, you are correct. So 15 is 10 plus 5. So 10 and 5 is 15. All right, scholars, time for you to tell me how many circles there are now. Right, 16. So 16 is 10 and 6. So 10 plus 6 is 16. You're right, there's 17. So 17 is 10 and 7. So 10 plus 7 is 17. Let's add one more. Okay, go ahead and tell me what we have now. 18, you're right. So 18 is 10 and 8. So 10 plus 8 is 18. Okay, last one. How many do we have now? 19, right. So 19 is 10 and 9. So 10 plus 9 is 19. Now, scholars, this is counting the 10 way using a 10 frame, but you can also use the 10 way with another object. So I have some lollipops. And as you can see, I started out with 10 lollipops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have some lollipops left over here. So using the 10 way, we are going to count on. So right now I have 10, and if I add one more, I would count 10, 1. Okay, so let's practice that again. So I'm going to move this back. So I have 10, and I'm adding 1 down here. So I have 10, 1. Okay, so I add one more to my lollipops. I have 10, 2. Okay, so 10, 2. Let's count on. 10, 3. 10, 4. 10, 5. 10, 6. All right, scholars, you say this one. 10, 7. Good job. 10, 8. Nice job. And the last one, scholars, go ahead and say it as loud and proud as you can. 10, 9. Great job, scholars. So that is using the 10 way to help us quickly count on from 10, and it makes it a little bit easier when counting by tens. So let's go ahead and get ready for our exit ticket. Draw lines to connect the pictures and numbers that match. So right now you are going to pause your video and you are going to answer this exit ticket on your own, and then you're going to come back and check our work. Go ahead and pause. Okay, scholars, now that you guys worked independently on your exit ticket, it is time for you to check your work. So it says draw lines to connect the pictures and numbers that match. Okay, and so let's look at our first box. I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I see I have 10 circles and 1 X. So my two numbers that come together are 10 and 1. So I'm going to come over here. Ooh, 10 and 1. So I see that it's straight across. Okay, so I know that I have 10 circles, so 10 and 2. So it's 10 and 6, 10 and 10, 10 and 2. So I'm going to match it here. So I have 10 and 1, 2, 3. So 10 and 3, 10 and 6, 10 and 10, 10 and 3. Okay, so I have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm looking for 10 and 6. So 10 and 6, and then 10. And I see that these X's, it matches my circles. So I know that 10, and I can quickly tell that this is 10. So 10 and 10. All right, scholars, great job today in math. Keep practicing those flashcards this week, and I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.